Last video, late December, I posted a video. I said see y'all next week to announce the winner from that video, and you never heard from me again. This is why. Hey y'all, Alyse here from Just Things with Alyse, and I know I got some explaining to do, but bear with me. I think it's an interesting story, but instead of just talking the whole time, I'm also going to be doing a review. So I'm going to add a few clips into the video here and there of me trying this new salsa. It's from Bernard's Gourmet Foods. They're found in HEB, so if you live somewhere in the region where HEBs are, definitely check this company out. It is a family-run business, and so I have 3 salsas to test from them. We have the mango, pineapple, and habanero, the tomatillo and poblano, and then we have the tomato and chipotle. And so this is my first time trying all 3 of these salsas, and I will let you know how they taste. Anyway, let's get into what you came here for. So, as the title says, I'm pretty sure I had coronavirus. My very last video was, I think, December 23rd, maybe. It was late December when I posted my last video, and it was supposed to be a giveaway during that video. I did pick a winner. I did ship her the sweatshirt that was in that video. Congratulations to Brittany. If you're watching this, congratulations, girl. You look good in that sweatshirt. And I'm gonna post a picture of her here wearing it. So yeah, if you missed out on that giveaway, be sure to subscribe because there's going to be a lot more in the future. I'm going to be giving away items from my clothing line, Bourgeoisie, which is what that one was about, and then also just different products and that kind of stuff. So if you like getting free stuff, definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that. But enough of stuff not related to this. Last video, late December, I posted a video. I said see y'all next week to announce the winner from that video, and you never heard from me again. This is why. So Christmas Day, I woke up and I was feeling like under the weather. I didn't feel terrible, but I did feel under the weather. My throat was really sore. I was coughing. I think I woke up because I was coughing, and I felt like achy, and I had a slight fever, but nothing crazy. It wasn't even really a fever. It was just my temperature was higher than it usually is, like 99.5. So I went throughout the day. We stayed home this Christmas, our first time staying home for Christmas since we've lived here. Missed our family. We still haven't been back home yet since then, and I miss y'all so much. But anyway, woke up Christmas morning, not feeling too good, but I had a full Christmas dinner to cook. We invited one of our friends over to have Christmas dinner with us, and we were also supposed to be going to another friend's house to spend Christmas with them, and we were going to bring some food over that we made at our house to share with them, kind of like something like a potluck, but with just 2 parties involved. I started cooking. I got everything taken care of: the dressing, the turkey, the ham, the greens, whatever else I made. Oh, peach cobbler, which was still cooking while we were eating because I was like, let's just eat. It's taking too long. And so the whole time I was cooking, I was feeling worse and worse, like the longer I was standing up pretty much.
It went from worse to worse, sir.
So the cough got really bad by the end of me cooking, but don't worry, I did not cough in the food. I used all precautions to keep the food sanitary. But yeah, I was just feeling bad the whole time I was cooking. I was like, can we just maybe call this off? He could still come over, but let's just not have the food or something, and we just hang out or something, because I didn't feel like I was going to be able to stand up long enough to finish making it. I needed to lay down post haste.
I'm taking a nap here. Okay, take a nap right there then.
But I didn't. I stayed. I finished the whole meal. Then I think maybe around 4 is when our friend got over and we had Christmas dinner. I'm dying at the table. Like, the fever is real by this point. And he stayed till maybe around 6. I had already told my other friends that I wasn't going to make it over there. One, from it taking so long for me to finish cooking, and then 2, from me feeling just terrible. So as soon as our friend that ate dinner with us left, I went and got in the bed, and I was out of there. Like, as soon as I laid down, I passed out pretty much, and it was just out for the rest of the night from 6 p.m. till whatever time the next morning when I woke up. All right, so trying the tomato and chipotle now. One dip. You can see all the goodness on there. Can you see it? Try it out. Mmm. You really can't taste the chipotle. Like, it's a really good flavor. Sorry for the smacking and talking with my mouth full. And it says there is no sugar added to this, and it's gluten-free, and it's made in small batches. So I'm gonna say this is delicious. And it says it's medium heat for this one. I would recommend that. So I had to get my little happy self up the day after Christmas, come into my office. That's where I am right now. I had to come in here and work. Because since we didn't take off, well, since we didn't go home for Christmas, I didn't take off work because I work from home. Meanwhile, I'm like laid over on the desk, coughing, hacking, covered up sometimes, cover off of me the other time, because I'm going between freezing and sweating my life away. I thought that it was just maybe the flu, but it happened so fast, because like Christmas Eve, absolutely nothing was wrong with me. I didn't feel a tickle in my throat. I didn't feel under the weather in any kind of way. But then Christmas morning when I woke up, everything changed. And so the day after Christmas, I was out of there, highly medicated, all the hot toddies I could drink without dying, basically, and still being able to work. And did I end up? No, I worked the whole shift, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. without a lunch break, because I was trying to get out of there. So I worked my whole shift and got right back in the bed. After that, I stayed in the bed the whole weekend, because I think Christmas was like a Thursday last year. I might be wrong, but I think Christmas was Thursday last year. So I just had to work that Friday, and then it was the weekend. So I stayed in the bed those 2 days, didn't go to church, and we ended up taking off for New Year's instead, since we couldn't go home for Christmas. And so we were off. We were just already off on New Year's Day because of our work. They were naturally off. And then we took off the 2 days afterwards, because New Year's Day was on a Wednesday. So maybe Christmas was on a Wednesday, because they're like a week apart. Anyway, that's not important. New Year's Day was on a Wednesday. Then we took the other 2 days off so that we could go home finally and see all of our friends and family. And we were going to spend New Year's Eve with my best friend in Dallas, and then drive from there New Year's Day. We were going to West Memphis to spend New Year's Day with my husband's side of the family, and all of that got canceled. Like, I was still sick, still tore up from the floor up, couldn't travel, couldn't be around people because I didn't want to get anybody else sick, my husband. bless his soul, he stayed with me. He didn't even sleep in the other room. Whenever he's sick, he sleeps in the office so that he doesn't get me sick. But I was like, please don't leave me, please. I'm dying. I want somebody here with me. So he stayed the whole time, but he did not end up getting sick, which is another reason why I don't think it was the flu, because I feel like the flu is airborne. I don't know, I might be making that up. But we had close contact, not touching or anything like that, because I don't do that when I'm sick anyway. I keep hands to myself and don't touch other people. So he didn't end up getting sick, and I am still sick at this point. This is New Year's Day now, so like a whole week after Christmas, and my fever got up to like 103, 104, and I was looking, no, it got up to 103, and I was looking online, and it said if it gets above 103, that's when I need to go to the hospital, but it never got above 103, so I stayed at home. All right, and now I'm gonna try the tomatillo and poblano. It says that this one is also medium heat. Hear that fresh seal. Ooh, I can already smell it. All right, that's how it looks. I like that. I like the tomato and chipotle better, but this one is good too. You can taste the tomatillo and poblano in this one. In the chipotle one, the tomato and chipotle, I tasted the chipotle more, but I could taste the tomato as well. But on this one, it's like an equal blend of the tomatillo and the poblano. And I know I should have gone to the hospital, but I didn't. So that's how, well, they weren't testing people for it then anyway, so they still would have either said it's the flu or it's not the flu, so maybe it's just bad cold. But yeah, so this is New Year's Day now, a week after Christmas. I have the worst cough I've ever had in my life, like the hacking cough where it's like like that kind of sound. I have never ever coughed like that in my life. Like when I'm sick, I don't even cough. I usually just like sneeze or that kind of stuff. All I've had is the cold before, and I've had the flu one time before, and I did not cough at all when I had the flu. I know you can have different symptoms every time you have the flu. There's different strains and all that, but the one time I had the flu, all I had was a really high temperature and like congestion and body aches. That was it. This time I couldn't even breathe without making myself cough. Like breathing in deeply, inhaling deeply made me cough, and like can't breathe cough because it's taking up all my oxygen and energy just to get this cough out. Then what else happened? Again, with the fever, still high, but still not above 103. So I didn't go to the hospital, and my body was shot. Like it hurt to the touch. I didn't want to touch myself. I didn't want to wear clothes because I didn't want my clothes to touch me. It hurt so much, and it hurt to move, like everything, pretty much all the symptoms that they're saying for the coronavirus. Like I just thought I had a really bad flu. It lasted for like 2 weeks, and then after it was gone, I still like had residual symptoms going on afterwards. Like my cough was still going on, but not as bad, but I still just coughed when I moved certain ways. It was almost like it was something, it's like when people have like phlegm or whatever stuck in their respiratory system after they're sick and they have to cough it out, but I didn't have anything to cough out. It was just dry, heaving, coughing, terrible. My throat was non-existent at this point. So that went on after I wasn't sick anymore. It wasn't the hard coughs like while I was sick, but just like like that every now and then, just from breathing. And it still feels a little weird when I inhale, to tell you the truth. And I've been to the doctor since then. They've checked my lungs and all of that, and they haven't said anything is weird with my breathing or anything, so I guess that's okay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I had coronavirus, and it just wasn't as widespread as it is now, because there were cases like since November of last year of people having it, but since it wasn't a pandemic yet, it wasn't newsworthy enough for them to let the whole world know about it. So I think I might have had it. And finally, we're trying out the mango, pineapple, and habanero, and this one is hot. So if you like hot, check this one out. Well, you already know it's hot. It has habanero in it, but the mango and pineapple is probably gonna round it out pretty good. I've had mango habanero before, flavored stuff, but I haven't had mango pineapple habanero flavored stuff before. So let's see what it be like. All right. I like the color of it. So that's how it looks. Get that little piece off. This is dangerous. It's the kind where the spice sneaks up on you. So the very first thing I tasted was pineapple, and then I tasted mango, and then the habanero was like, bam. And after you swallow, you definitely taste that habanero, but it tastes really good too. I don't know which one I like the most. So that went all the way until February. Pretty much it took me the whole month of January to get over it all the way. And then February came, and I pretty much just lost my motivation by then to record. And then I gave up social media for Lent, and that started at the end of February or the beginning of March this year. I can't remember the exact date. I'll put it on the screen. But Ash Wednesday came. I gave up social media for Lent, so I couldn't post on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. I couldn't scroll through reading stuff. Like, I posted a few things, but it was stuff that I had to post. And I also made a South by Southwest event group on Facebook, and I had already made that group before I decided to give up social media for Lent. And so I still did post in there, letting people know about events that were going on for South by Southwest until it got canceled. After it got canceled for the first round of cancellations, where they still had like unofficial stuff going on, I was still posting like all the unofficial events that were still happening for South by Southwest. And once those got canceled, when everything got completely shut down, like they shut down all of Austin, basically, all the bars closed up, they boarded up 6th Street, like it got real. I just posted in there and was like, well, it was fun while it lasted. Thank y'all for the support and helping posting events that you knew about. I'll see y'all next year, because it's nothing else I can post at this point. So after that, I deleted Facebook off of my phone so I wouldn't be tempted to look. I already had Instagram deleted. I have still been using Pinterest, but I don't really count Pinterest as social media, and I haven't really been posting on there either. I've just been like saving pins to boards for stuff that I'm planning on making and doing and that kind of stuff. So I have been using Pinterest, not socially. I like this one a lot. I feel like my favorite is still the tomato and chipotle. This one is second place. And the tomatillo and Poblano is third place, but they're all really good. I would recommend you trying these out. Again, they are at HEB, wherever you live and there's an HEB near you. Go ahead and check this out. And again, it's by Bernard's Gourmet Foods. It's a family-owned business here in Texas. So definitely support local and help them out so that they can keep this on the shelves. What else? I've been watching YouTube, haven't been making any videos because again, I just lost my momentum and motivation pretty much from while I was sick up to February. I just lost it, but I'm trying to get back into it now, and I do have a lot of stuff planned, and I'm trying to hold myself accountable to actually posting this stuff, recording and posting. And I have tried a lot of times to make videos of like me going to events and bringing y'all with me, or just things that I'm doing around the house, like a cook with me video, clean with me, and something always happens that the video does not come through. Pretty much on the events, I make the intro of me heading to the event, and then I don't record anything while I'm there, so it's nothing to share. And then with the cook with me's and clean with me's, I just forget pretty much that I'm supposed to be recording, so it's huge chunks of important stuff missing out of them. So my next video will probably be a clean with me quarantine edition video though, so be on the lookout for that. But that is going to be all for me. If you're still watching this, thank you for sticking around to the end. I really do appreciate it. And if you had any of the symptoms I mentioned, or you got sick for a really long time,
A long periodically time.
between like November and December, maybe even all the way to January of this year, if you were sick for like 2 weeks and you thought you had a really bad flu, but the doctors told you you didn't have the flu or anything like that, comment down below. I want to see how many people also had this going on, because I've heard it was a lot of people and they thought that it was just another strain of flu going around, but when you got tested, it said you didn't have the flu. So let me know if you're one of those people. But again, thank y'all for sticking around to the end, and I hope to see y'all in the next video. I'll see y'all later. Bye y'all.